What's up everyone, welcome to another Ask Yudi episode. I try to change the location so you get to see something else than my blue room. Anyway, welcome to another video. If you're new to this channel, welcome, subscribe. We talk about study abroad, career in United States. We talk about productivity, personal finance. Those two topics I haven't made a lot of videos yet, but there's a reason behind it. Subscribe so you will find out more about it. But anyway, today is Ask Yudi, where you get to ask questions and I get to answer it, trying to do it under 4 minutes. So let's get started. Today is the day where I'm going to only answer one question and hopefully it will be under 4 minutes. Here we go. Here's the question. My master's program starts this September, but I'm already finding lots of great full-time job opportunities for which I would be a great fit upon graduation. As an international student, does it make sense to apply to these positions? When not indicated, are they expected candidates to be able to start as soon as possible, or is it possible to get an offer and postpone for 1 year to go? And then there's a couple people who said they also have same question. Great question. First, I just love the energy that you are already ahead of time. You're preparing so ahead, like you are not even here in United States and looking for job opportunities and making sure it aligns with your career. So kudos to you. Now let's answer your question. Typically in United States, when the companies are putting out a requisition or job that, hey, we want to hire somebody, that typically means that they want it at least, if not immediately, at least in next 3 months, because they have projects lined up and they need resources to finish those projects. Now there is a caveat. If there are companies which are bigger like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, who typically hires a bulk, because there are people who move around a lot, so maybe those companies do hire and you will have an flexibility to join after 6 months or a year. But I've rarely seen that you haven't even started your master's program, and when the first call, when let's say you apply, you even get an interview call, which is awesome if you do. And if you do get it, the first call with the recruiter, they're gonna ask you when can you start, and or they will tell you that, hey, we need this position to be able to start as soon as possible within a couple months. When is your availability? Or even when you're applying to the job position, they might even ask you like when is the earliest you can start working for this role. So most likely what will happen is, even if you get a call, they will put you on this list where they're like, okay, this person is yet to graduate in about a year or so, etc. So maybe we will contact back after a year. Now your job, it's not recruiter's job to contact you, it's your job to keep in touch with those recruiters. Let's say if you do get an interview or the recruiter reaches out to you, make a contact list of all the recruiters you have been in touch with after, when you are looking for an internship after 6 months of your masters, or when you are about to graduate before 3-4 months. Reach out to them, it's like, hey, I applied to this, I talked to you, and blah blah blah, whatever conversation you had, send out a cold email that I'm ready for an interview. What that will do is that you don't have to go through the interview application process. You directly have a contact to recruiter, and they might say like, oh yeah, I do remember, let me see, find out which team is hiring, and let me schedule an interview. So that will happen. Most likely, I don't think that you will be able to apply and get a job and postpone after your graduation. It can happen that before 6 months of your graduation you can start applying, and then you can say you are graduating in 6 months and happen. And even 1 year happens when you are an intern at that company. So I've seen a lot of time where you intern in, let's say if you come in fall and then you intern for summer and then you graduate after 1 year. And that internship program, you will be in touch with the hiring manager, you will be in touch with the recruiter. Maybe sometimes they will say like, hey, we would like to offer you full time once you graduate, let's talk. Or they might say like, hey, within 6 months we'll reach out back to you. So that's why they do interns program, so they can keep in touch with those interns, and then they say like, hey, we have an offer for you. Something like this will happen, but I think it's very rare that you can get a job offer before even you start your masters. It's gonna be unlikely, but if it does happen, please let me know. I don't think it will happen. As a hiring manager, when I'm posting my position. My company is hiring right now. We need like 50-60 people in my company, right? So we are hiring and we need it immediately, like maybe within a month or 2 months. If you're telling me you're not going to graduate after a year or 2 years, then I'm not really interested in talking to you right now, because I need someone to work and finish the projects I have right now, not after a year or so. Hope that kind of answers your question, and hope I finished it under 4 minutes. That is it for this one. I want to keep these questions very specific, under 4 minutes, under 5 minutes, so people who have very specific questions can come, watch the answer, and then go. So please send me your question. Use hashtag AskYudij. Whatever question you have, whatever specific situation you have, anything about college, education, career, productivity, personal finance, whatever you want to ask, immigration as well, I will try to answer it in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day.